All right, what's going on, guys? Happy Monday to all of you. How's everything? How was your weekend? How was your weekend? So today, since we're on the topic of highway topic, let's go ahead and talk about the what happened in Nigeria. Anthony Joshua involved in a vehicle accident on, I think, the Ogun, Lagos Ibadan. Sorry, Lagos Ibadan Expressway in Nigeria. So this happened what, yesterday at 11 a.m. local time. I'm reading this on espn.com, if you guys are wondering. So Joshua was traveling in the back of a Lexus SUV on the Lagos Ibadan Expressway near Shagamu, his ancestral hometown. And then the vehicle that he was in was involved in a collision at around 11 a.m. local time. So Joshua was actually badly injured, but the two guys, or the two people sitting in the front of the vehicle that he was in, did not make it, unfortunately. So according to the Ogun State Police Command, what caused the accident was a burst. One of the tires on AJ's vehicle burst, and then that caused the driver to lose control and the vehicle to swerve into a stationary truck parked along the road. Wow, what a tragedy. I mean, 2 weeks ago, he fought Jake Paul, knocked him out in the 6th round, earned nearly $100 million for his win. Obviously, he's in Nigeria right now for Dirty December. This is just tragic. This is tragic, guys. But he made it. He is currently undergoing medical treatment at a specialized medical facility in Lagos. I'm pretty sure they're going to move him out of Nigeria into the UK. So the report says that he's conscious and has been in communication with his family, both in England and also in Ogun State. So Eddie Hearn, Joshua's promoter. Sorry, guys, this happened today, actually. This happened today. So we are trying to contact Anthony, and meantime, we don't want to speculate on how he is, but thankfully he appears okay from what I have seen in the images and videos that's also circulating online right now. You know, in Nigeria, you see all those guys with their cameras contaminating the accident scene. Yeah, just very unfortunate. But I'm glad that he's okay, and hopefully he recovers from this accident. Yeah, sad to wake up to that this morning. Glad he's okay. Okay, so what are we talking about today? We are talking about the Lagos Calabar Coastal Highway. You guys know that I've been covering this Lagos Calabar Coastal Highway now for about a year. It's a project that I am following. I want to see it hopefully to fruition. I want this project to materialize, guys. Yesterday, in Nigerian media circuit, it was announced that President Tinubu has secured a fresh $1.26 billion loan. If you look at the report, it just kind of seems like he's excited about it. Tinubu's spokespeople are online talking about how the Lagos Calabar Coastal Highway is a gift from the president of Nigeria to the Nigerian people. A gift. How is it a gift? Is Tinubu paying for this gift? Tinubu is not paying for this gift. You can't call it a gift if I'm the one that's paying for it eventually. You know that that's what's going to happen. A lot of people are not asking the $64,000 question. I wish more people were asking the right question. And the major one for me is who pays for it? A year ago, let me get off this page, this Anthony Joshua page quickly so I can free up my tabs. Laja, welcome. We're going to get to you in a second. So a year ago, when I started talking about this Lagos Calabar coastal highway, did I not predict that it was going to be about a $12 billion project? Some of you disagreed with me. Said it's a lot less. But let me tell you, the way it's going right now, it's going to hit $20 billion. It's going to hit $20 billion. And guess who's paying for it? You and me. How we are going to pay for it is to be determined, but we are going to pay for it. One way or another, either through inflation. Remember, guys, the basics of inflation, when a country spends more than it raises in federal taxes. There's no way in hell you're going to tell me that Nigeria raises $20 billion a year in taxes. So let's say, for the sake of simple arithmetic, a country, a nation, let's say Nigeria, generates $1 billion a year in taxes, but spends $2 billion a year. You see that extra $1 billion difference? Who pays for that? Who covers that? They're either going to borrow to compensate for that, or they are going to tax you. Somebody has to pay for it. I can understand if you are saying that this is Tinubu really wants this project to work. But going as far as calling it a gift to the Nigerian people is a stretch. Before I get into 15 billion, is that what you're thinking, Elijah? Me, I'm thinking 20, and here's why. Remember, 1.26 billion was raised yesterday to cover just 55 kilometers of that road. Just 55. So do the math now. So the total length of this road, guys, is what? 700 kilometers. Okay. So 700 divided by 55. Okay. So that's 12.72 times 1.2. Okay, you are right. About 15.1 bill. Good math, Laja. Remember, they still have another 7 years to build this. If you have been in construction before, you know that 15 billion isn't going to happen. We are just talking build. We still got to look into maintenance. Does that build include the solar? Think about it, guys. Is the 15 billion just for the road construction? Remember, they still have to power the road. From what I'm hearing, they want to install 700 kilometers worth of solar street lights. I don't think that that's part of the construction budget. It's not. I'm thinking by the time it's all said and done, just from my analysis, we are looking at, if we don't hit $30 billion, conservatively, Laja is right, about 15 point, maybe 16 billion. I'm stretching it a little bit more by saying it's going to be about 20 bill. By the time it's all said and done, remember, we got to police the roads. We can't have trucks just laying on the roads. That's what happened in the Anthony Joshua case. Who knows how long that dead truck, that dead trailer has been sitting there on that roadside? A death trap just waiting to happen. Very common on Nigerian roads. We can't have that. Cleaning that up, making sure you see, there's a reason they call it freeways. It needs to be a freeway. We can't have dead trucks on the road, overturned trailers. In some cases, those trailers might have been on that road for months because it takes resources to be able to move those trailers out of the road. So you're thinking 15 bill. I'm thinking it's going to be a lot more than that. So let's look at some of the key facts. Like I said, total planned length is 700 kilometers and it's going to span 9 states: Lagos, Ogun, Ondo, Edo, Delta, Bayelsa, Rivers, my very own Akwa Ibom state, and it's going to stop in Cross River states. That's why it's called the Lagos Calabar Coastal Highway. Origin Lagos, destination Calabar. Or origin Calabar, destination Lagos, depending on who you ask. So the first major segment, 47 kilometers, is already done. I think they just opened that. Didn't they just commission that? If you are watching this right now and you've driven the road, how is it? Is it a mile? I'm going to Nigeria soon. I'm going to document, at least I'm going to go as far as they allow me to go. Bring you guys that footage. 47 million syndicated loan for phase 1. Remember, guys, this is phase 2. Who are the ones backing these loans? Let's look at the financing companies backing this Lagos Calabar Coastal Highway. Underwritten by First Abu Dhabi Bank and African Bank. I think that's like Africa Export Import Bank. That's what African stands for. With partial risk mitigation support from the Islamic Corporation for the Insurance of Investment and Export. That's a lot too. ICIEC. Wait a minute. Wait a hot second. China is missing in this phase of financing. Why is China missing? We've borrowed about $8 billion from China. Could it be the reason why they're probably saying, oh, we've given you guys too much money. Or let's go ahead and sit back on this one and let somebody else handle it. So the presidential spokesman, Bayo Onanuga, in a statement on Friday, I'm on Channels, right? Am I on Channels? Where am I? Channels website. I want to give credit to whom credit is due. So Bayo said that the president was impressed that the Federal Ministry of Finance, the Ministry of Works, and the Debt Management Office jointly collaborated in securing the funding. He also went on to say that those who have condemned this historic project will be ashamed of themselves when the Tinubu administration completes the road. Hear me. They are not going to complete this road in 8 years. Some of you see, we keep arguing back and forth about this. Do you know how I know? Because earlier on, remember, they were trying to model this road after the Pacific Coast Highway in Los Angeles, in southern, actually not in Southern California, in California. Laja, I don't know if you've been to LA, if you've been to Cali, or if you've driven the PCH. That's what the original model was. They're trying to model it after the PCH. Do you know that in 2025, although PCH, the Pacific Coast Highway, was completed many decades ago, they are still maintaining the road, the freeway today as we speak. I don't see the rush. I think it's one of Tinubu's proud pet projects, in my opinion. Nothing wrong against President Tinubu. I think this road is needed, especially if you look at, and maybe we're going to discuss the aviation sector in a second. You know what's happening in the aviation sector. I was online yesterday watching, guys, check it out. The Arise News interview with Air Peace President Onyema, Alan Onyema. I honestly did not know that Nigerian airlines, Nigerian aviation is actually not profitable. I didn't know that. Maybe I'm just biased being in the United States. You know, the United States, they run a highly profitable aviation sector here in the United States. I also travel extensively to China, and I can tell you that the Chinese, they lose money every single day in their aviation sector. They don't make money at all. Chinese airlines don't make money. And the reason why they are able to still stay in the air and keep flying is because the majority of Chinese enterprises are state-funded and state-supported. You're not going to see too many private sector airlines. Like in Nigeria, Air Peace is privately owned by Alan Onyema. Watch that interview. It's about a good 15-minute interview. He broke down the challenges that the Nigerian aviation sector is going through. You see, unlike Ibom Air, remember, Ibom Air is state-owned and operated. Ibom Air is owned by the Akwa Ibom state government. So I got to give Mr. Onyema kudos. As a privately owned company, Air Peace, he owns it outright. Obviously with some investors involved, but Air Peace loses millions according to Alan Onyema. Onyema said that 80 airlines have come and gone in Nigeria. It just shows you how difficult and challenging it is to run a private airline in the country, even general aviation, business jets. He said that they've lost millions. Why am I talking about the aviation if this is about? Why am I talking about aviation if this is about road construction? The point I'm trying to make is Nigeria is going to need this road. And people are saying now, because of Dirty December, although Mr. Onyema, Alan Onyema, debunked that, people were saying that, oh, it's price gouging and tickets are 500,000 naira one way. How much be tickets, Seth? Let's look at Ibom Air right now to see what tickets are going for right now in Nigeria. Because that's who I fly. 500,000 naira tickets one way. Doesn't that seem a bit excessive to you? So let's say Abuja to Lagos to, who is this person that just popped up? Disclaimer, fraudulent representation. The manager, I'm on Ibom Air's website. I was about to just check how much flights are going for, and then something popped up. Anyway, I'm not going to bore you with it. Let me just go ahead and exit out of here and just do Lagos to Uyo. Let's pick January. Let's pick the middle of January 2026. Let's pick January. Let's say we want to go on a Friday. Let's go from the 23rd. Let's go third week of January, 23rd. And let's return on Sunday. See how much it is. One adult. Currency. Let's pick Nigeria. Cabin classes. I got to go premium. It's the premium. That's first class. I'm not doing economy. See how much it is. It's not bad now. First class to Nigeria right now, round trip it's only 286,000 naira. That's not bad. Let's divide that by 1,600. Is this round trip that I'm on? Oh, yeah, round trip. So let's divide 286,000 divided by 1,450. That's less than $200 round trip for first class. That's actually cheap. So that's one of the points that he was making, was that Nigerians actually fly the cheapest in the world. So for those who are complaining about airfare, listen, 286,000 naira round trip first class is about $197 at a 1,450 naira exchange rate. That's not bad. That's not bad. I'm not even going to bother with economy, but let's just say economy is 100,000. No, it can't be. There's no way. Maybe economy is like what, 200,000 naira round trip. That's still not bad. But we are going to need that road, guys. We are going to need the road. So let's go and look at some of this. They flew him out already. Good. I mean, $92 million. You better fly his ass out of there as soon as possible. ASAP. First flight out of Nigeria, for sure. Good for him. Sad that politicians like Peter Obi are already exploiting this sad story for potential gain. Peter is an opportunist. Atiku is an opportunist. Now they are going to blame the president of Nigeria, President Bola Tinubu, for this. You know that, right? Listen to me. It was a burst tire. It could have happened. You guys have driven. My wife, Kate, was it 2 months ago? Just minding her business, driving along the roadside, boom, pop tire. She was stranded along the roadside and called me out of panic. And our AAA membership had expired. This is just the weirdest thing. We had AAA for many, many years. When I was on the road, when I was working in project management for Walmart, and I was traveling all over Utah and Colorado, I would be gone sometimes 3 weeks out of the time. I just wanted my family to be safe. So what I did was I got AAA emergency response. You guys know what AAA is. Just in case there was any issue with my family, you call AAA right away. Within 15 minutes, they're there to bail you out. So I paid for that service. And then when I got off the road and returned home, we didn't need AAA anymore. So we canceled it. I'm telling you guys, the day after the expiration date was when this blowout happened. It's eerie, like just weird. Literally the day after was when it happened. And it was so early in the morning. I don't know where she was going, but I was home with the girls. She called me just panicking, and I had to wake up Jeanette was like sleeping. She just didn't want to move. I don't know. We got to go get mommy. We got to go. Loaded them up in my truck. I went there. I ended up giving Kate my truck to drive back. And then I went in, literally, I moved her out. And that's the thing too, guys. If you're ever in a jam along the roadside, you know you can drive on that bad wheel. Just clear that area. Move that car. You can always change the wheel. You can always replace tires. But you can't replace life. So you always want to move away from that area. Step on that gas. Move your car out of that area into a safe spot. Even if it means you have to drive on the exploded tire for 10 minutes, just move to a safe spot. You see, Kate didn't know that. She was in shock. When I got into that car, she drives a Chevy Equinox 2024. I got into that Chevy Equinox. Man, after I gave her my truck to drive, got into that shit, man, I stepped on that thing and moved that fucking car out of the road into a residential area. And then I got out and replaced the tires. Put in a new donut. It happened so early in the morning that nothing was open. So the Joshua situation was as a result of a blown tire. It could have happened to anybody. But I'm not also going to lie. Bad roads also contributed. Had that truck not been there, who knows how long that disabled truck was there. They said it was a lorry. Maybe they would have survived. But it wasn't as if the car capsized and rolled over. The tire exploded. We don't know how fast they were going. That's another thing, too. How fast were they going? We don't know that. And you can't really investigate the crash site when you have people with their phones trampling on evidence. Now, how are accident investigators, supposed to gauge where the tire tracks are, where the guys? I mean, how are they going to know? An accident happens in Nigeria, everybody just mobs around with their phones, taking pictures of the guy, shooting videos of the guy. The guy was grimacing in pain. And there was nobody there to carry Koboko and flog the living shit out of those guys taking pictures and videos. This is an active accident crash site. What are you doing? They will just go, they'll be posting on somebody is in an accident. Look at Joshua's face. He was in serious pain. Instead of you trying to help, you are filming. So Obi, as an opportunist, of course, he's going to point the finger at the administration. Now he's going to blame meat. Okay. Joshua is in an accident, but you know how Obi the frame stuff now. Tinubu is in Lagos. And wait a minute, did Tinubu not just leave for France? I thought he just recently left. The day after Christmas was when he flew out. So Tinubu's probably out of the country right now. But you know Obi is going to frame it as a government issue. As if Anambra State was any better when he was the governor for 8 years. The guy that was impeached. It was an accident. Accidents happen all the time. My only issue with Niger is emergency response. We know that accidents are going to happen. Listen, I drive Nigerian roads all the time when I go home. I don't feel comfortable with people driving me, especially in Niger. When I'm in Nigeria, my car is in Akwa Ibom State. I don't want a driver. You know what? Because me, I trust my own hands. I trust my judgment. And I know my vehicle. I know the capabilities. I know how far I can push my car. So we have to rule out, we can, I think we can all safely rule out alcohol, can't we? Even though you can't 100% do that. Because remember, this thing happened at 11 a.m. So I think we can. I mean, if you are drinking at 11, then that's another different another issue right there. But I think we can probably maybe remove alcohol. It happened in broad daylight. It wasn't as if it was raining. I mean, Nigeria is dry. This is the dry season in Nigeria. But other than just having, and you know, that car too, is it Joshua's car? Did Joshua send the car to Nigeria that he trusts? Or is it those local rentals that don't take maintenance seriously? That's another thing too, guys. And that's why I always encourage you guys. If you are going to be in Nigeria and you want to be you are a regular traveler to Nigeria, just send a car from abroad back home. A car that you know its history. So we don't know who owns this Lexus SUV. Man, let me tell you, when I was coming up in Nigeria, man, I used to drive. I've talked to you guys about my 504 back in Nigeria now. I had a green 504 that I used to drive back in the day. Man, if you've ever seen the wheels of a Formula One car, you know, those cars, they don't have traction. Look, the tire of my all four tires of my 504 in Nigeria in those days, bald. In some cases, the wires were coming out of those tires. I was playing Russian roulette without knowing I was playing Russian roulette back then. Because the owner of the vehicle refused to put new tires in the vehicle. They would rather have me drive on balded tires with the wires coming out of all over everywhere, every angle of literally all four tires. It was an accident. I don't know the condition of the Lagos Ibadan Expressway, though. Do you guys know? But I can tell you that Lagos, let's say you're going from Lagos to Akwa Ibom State, that corridor, that's why Tinubu is doing this road. The only thing that I disagree with is him calling it a gift. It's not a gift. It's a road construction that's happening under his administration. It's not a gift to the Nigerian people because the Nigerian people are going to pay for it. We don't have a highway trust fund in Nigeria like they do here, where every time you go to the gas station and pump gas, 15 to 20 to 25 cents automatically goes to the highway fund for road construction and maintenance. That's how roads are built in the US. Nigeria, we don't have that now. They are not going to raise $20 billion from only 20% of the population that pays taxes. How much are Nigerians making? A middle manager in Nigeria today does not make 200,000 naira a month. A middle manager. Maybe only 5%. Because I've polled this, I've asked people on ground. They told me that only about 5% of Nigerians make 150 plus a month and above. The other 95%, they are in that minimum wage range of 80,000 naira a month. I'm talking about the formal sector. Remember, there's still an informal economy in Nigeria too. The Mama Shegun that sells akara on the roadside, that's an informal economy. The Aboki that is carrying sugarcane, that's an informal economy. So we don't really know what those types of people can make a day. I was watching Tayo Aina, top Nigerian YouTuber. I was watching him the other day when he was talking about his Uber business, when he was doing Uber. On a good day, Tayo Aina was making what? 5,000 naira a day after driving all day. I mean, the guy broke down the economics because he didn't own the car. So it was a 60-40 split with the car owner. So for every 1,000 naira that Tayo Aina makes, the car owner will collect 600. Tayo Aina will keep 40. Out of that, sorry, for every 1,000 Tayo Aina brought in, the car owner will take 600 naira. Tayo Aina will keep 400 naira. Out of Tayo Aina's money, Uber will take their cut. And the guy was like, man, on a good day, if I make 3, 4, 5,000 naira, this is actually true, guys. My boy, one of my friends used to do construction work, day labor work for a company in Lekki. The guy was making 3,000 naira a day on a 12-hour shift. Nigerians are not. You see, me, I don't really. I know it's a volume economy because me, I just don't understand how somebody can live off of who is this one? Somebody can live off of 3,000 naira a day. But that is what laborers, most of them, is what they make. They don't really make a lot of money. So then how are we going to pay for this? I call it the big white elephant. This $20 billion. I just like the 20. So Laja, let's agree on this one. Let's just say the $20 billion project. How is Nigeria going to pay for it? Some people are talking about 200 naira tolls. 200 naira tolls is not going to pay for a $20 billion project, though. It's not. So it's to be determined. I think Nigerians should be asking the right questions. Let's start asking the right questions. Don't you say I've broken it down for you. 55 kilometers is going to cost $1.2 billion. For those who are wondering, okay, if it's $1.2 billion, then it's about $21 million for 1 kilometer of road. For those who are interested in knowing how much it costs. Anthony is from a very interesting part of Ogun State. The village people energy is strong in that location. The realignment to Edo State away from Delta is to save money. Good point. I didn't know that. The Delta terrains are worse than that of Lagos. That area has always been very bad. Like that Benin, that Delta area has always been poor. Because those guys, they get a lot of rains. There's more rainfall in those areas than, let's say, Lagos. But Lagos, though, I mean, gets its own fair share of rains too, though. I would have preferred a high-speed rail from Lagos to Calabar for 12 billion. That was the estimate. So then why did they do why can't they do the high-speed rail and road as well? I don't see why they can't do it in addition to the road. It's going to be hard though, because something like that is being proposed here in Las Vegas. They want to do something similar to that from Vegas to Los Angeles. And guess who is behind it? Elon Musk. But he wants to do more of an underground tunnel from Las Vegas to, I wouldn't say all the way to LA County, but at least close enough to it. That's 12 billion is not going to cut it, honestly. Maybe that's why they opted for the road. Because if you think about it, the road already has an existing infrastructure. It just needs to be expanded and built upon and fleshed out. Because you're looking at 60 something years of neglect. Those are dilapidated roads. I mean, we used to drive it now as a kid. So that road, guys, is already there. That Lagos Calabar coastal is not something new. That road corridor, it's already there. What they are doing is they're just modernizing it, expanding the lanes. I think it's like they started off with like 8 lanes, and now they've condensed it down to about 4 to 6 lanes. In some areas, you may have 2 lanes on each side in some areas, but the most is about 4 to 6 lanes on each side. And I saw Umahi the other day talking about they're moving away, or he wants Nigerian road contractors to move away from asphalt to concrete, because asphalt only lasts 10 to 15 years, while concrete lasts a lot longer. Okay. So they have already done 105 kilometers. For the 3 of them, just needs to be paved. They already just passed it. Say, Peter, if you can, where did you get that info? Is it just news, or do you know people on ground right now that are telling you this? So they are going to finish it in less than 7 years. I have people working on the project. Good, good, good. You truly believe so? You are talking about if they were working without. So here's the interesting thing. This is why I think that they're going to struggle with completing it in 7 years. So they are raising funds as they go. It kind of seems as if, okay, let's finish the first phase. Show that it's finished. Open it up for public use. And then let's go out there and raise money for the phase. So it seems like they are raising the funds phase by phase by phase. I thought this was already a locked deal. And I thought Shagori was financing 70% of the project, with the other 30% being financed by the Nigerian government. So something is not adding up, guys. So if Nigeria is only financing, initially it was a $12 billion budget. So 30% of that is about $3.8 billion. So let's just say $4 billion. And then Shagori is financing the other $7.88 billion. So why is Nigeria? I don't know, something just isn't adding up. Or did something change? Because having Shagori do the heavy lifting at a 70-30 split, maybe something changed along the line where maybe the split is now 50-50. I don't know. Do you guys have that information? So now they've raised $1.2 billion. Maybe is that part of Nigeria's 30% stake in this project? Shagori has been silent about it, though. So Laja said, okay, so Laja said he has friends already working on the Ondo part of the project. They find profitable, rich. Those guys are just greedy. Profitable in what sense? In sense of the road? Listen, I don't think that these guys are going to turn a profit on that road in our lifetime. Like I said before in previous videos, I think this is a lost leader for Shagori. Shagori is going to make their money because think about it. How they plan on recouping the funds is primarily through tolls. How much are you really going to collect on tolls, on toll fees for motorists? Okay, I'll give you 1K tops. 1K tops. Every car that goes through. And also think about it. How many toll booths are you going to set up in the 700-kilometer spread? Do you know what kind of a nightmare it would be, even if you are doing a toll every 10 kilometers? That's a nightmare for any driver now. If you are driving the PCH, the Pacific Coast Highway, let's say you're driving it from San Isidro all the way to San Francisco, because the Golden Gate Bridge is part of the Pacific Coast Highway. The most toll you'll probably see is maybe 2 or 3. 2 or 3. And you are not going to pay more than, let's say, $5. You see, the toll road system in the United States is what I call like coffee money. That's really it. They are not funding it. They're funding it the best way. And I've said this. Nigeria needs to introduce a highway trust fund. That is the only way Nigeria, if we want world-class roads built in Nigeria, Nigeria has to introduce a highway trust fund. You know what? Add $100 naira every time somebody goes to buy fuel. 10% tax. 10% for every per liter. That 10% is what we are going to need to pay for interstates. So we are not at the mercy of banks like, who is this bank that they use? Who is this bank? Abu Dhabi, Afrexim, Islamic Corporation for the Insurance of Investments and Export Credit. These are the guys that are coughing up the money. Let's not even begin to, China they've already done their part. So these guys are loaning us all this money. What is in it for them, though? Do you think they're loaning it to Tinubu to say, okay, Tinubu, for every for every toll fee you collect, cut us our own share? They're probably tapping into Nigeria's mineral resources. It's probably what they're doing. Nigeria has some of the best mineral resources. Unfortunately, we just don't have the machineries to be able to mine and turn what we have from raw materials into finished products. Nigeria has a whole lot of raw materials. And we have said this to you guys before, we have some of the best crude oil. But does Abu Dhabi really need crude oil from Nigeria? Again, this Abu Dhabi oil is what I don't really understand. Like, what is the upside for a bank like Abu Dhabi Bank? UAE, some of the largest oil deposits in the world. What do they really want from Nigeria? I can see Afrexim Bank. I can see Islamic. I've never heard of Islamic Corporation before, but I kind of see them. But Abu Dhabi, I can see China loaning us money. But at this point, I think we've kind of maxed out our credit line with China with the 8 billion that we owe them. So as far as like Abu Dhabi is concerned, I know they have the money. they have the money, but I just don't see what they would want from Nigeria in exchange for that. Ah, okay. So you guys see Odeomi. I have land there in Odeomi now. So for those who don't know, Odeomi is a bordering uh, town between Lagos and Ogun State. So I have a piece of property in Odeomi. So when I saw this, I'm like, okay, interesting. Yeah. Am I suggesting airline subsidy? So according to Onyema, said something interesting in that interview. Guys, go and check it out. Onyema said that for every 300,000 naira paid for an airline tickets, that he only collects about 80,000 naira of that money. The rest goes to fees and taxes and all that, which further confirms or which further concretized his claim that the Nigerian aviation sector, at least the private aviation sector, is losing money hand over fist. They are not really making money at all. You see, we can't subsidize everything. The American system does not subsidize airlines. It's not everything that you subsidize. I think if you can afford if you can afford to travel by air, you see, it's not a must. There are other alternatives out there. You can drive your own personal car. You can take public transportation. You could take night bus like we used to do when I was a kid. But I don't think the Nigerian government should get involved in aviation outside of regulation. You got to regulate, obviously, prioritize people's safety. But I don't think that the Nigerian government should be getting into the aviation business. Yes, Ibom Air is owned by the Nigerian state government. I get that. But I think Onyema is the only one, Air Peace. Who owns okay, Enugu Air is not private. Enugu Air is owned by Enugu. And then there's another one that just came out. Bayelsa Air just came out. Those are all state owned. Isn't Onyema the only private owner of an airline in Nigeria? Who else? We can't subsidize our way out of this. If anything, let's subsidize agriculture, the agricultural sector. I know that Onyema said in his interview that they do get like tax breaks from like imported aviation parts and all that. But even with all that, the guy loses millions of dollars. I mean, the guy literally every year Onyema loses. So I don't know how, if at all, maybe that's why he expanded internationally. Maybe Nigeria is a loss leader for Air Peace, meaning they don't make a dime flying within Nigeria. But maybe there are opportunities in international flights now that they've expanded to Ghana, expanded to Europe. One of Onyema's challenges, what he said, am I getting his name right? I wrote it down. Air Peace, let's just say Air Peace CEO, is that they can travel, let's say they can fly from Lagos to Abuja, full flight, and then from Abuja to Lagos, empty. I can see that happening though, because it's the same thing that China is going through right now. For every imported container into China, because Nigeria does not export anything, that vessel has to return back to China virtually empty. That is why, guys, if you want to export, try and find a customer in China. Because do you know that you can actually export a container from Nigeria to Shanghai for only about $300? Because those vessels, guys, they almost always return back to their origin country or origin port empty. But I was like, man, we don't produce anything in Nigeria. So the realignment to Edo State. Okay, we already talked about that. I would have preferred a high-speed rail from Lagos to Calabar for 12.7. I already said about, I already talked about the airline subsidy. We can't subsidize that. I don't want Nigeria to subsidize airlines. You know what Nigeria could do? Improve the economy so more people have more places to go within Nigeria. You can't subsidize the airlines when people literally don't have where to go. Think about it for a second. 36 states in the country. I said it last week. Only about 50 can people actually go. 50%. Who is flying to Niger State today? Who is flying to Borno? Who is flying to Sokoto with everything that's happening? See, these are missed opportunities and missed routes. When you look at the United States flight destinations, I mean, I can literally get up today, go to Oklahoma if I want to, go to Idaho if I want to, go to Maine. These are small markets. Go to Maine. Go to Salt Lake City. Go to Denver. Go to Seattle. Give me another one. Go to Chicago. From Vegas. Go to Ohio. Go to Miami. If you are in Lagos, you can only go to Uyo, Abuja, Port Harcourt, maybe Owerri, maybe Enugu, Kano. Where else can you go? That's thriving. So we can't, the point is this. Nigeria just needs to build within. We need to start. My friend and I talked about this the other day. He's based in Atlanta. He was in Canada spending the holidays with his daughter and called me. We had a nice long conversation. And one of the topics that came up in that conversation was the conversation of tourism. Here's why Lagos is so dense. Everything is concentrated there. It's not because people just want to be in Lagos. It's just that there's no other place to really go to enjoy yourself, to enjoy your dirty December. There's no other place. So let's just throw Abuja in there and say, okay, Abuja is an option for dirty December. Port Harcourt is an option for dirty December. Let me tell you right now, Uyo is not an option for dirty December because there's nothing to do in Uyo. People go to Uyo to make money, to then go to Lagos and spend the money. Other than maybe little. My uncle and I were talking about this last time I was in Nigeria. I'm like, man, there's nowhere for me to go. And my uncle said, man, Rich, here in Akwa Ibom State, the best fun is your own fun. Meaning you got to create your own enjoyment. You got to create your own version of entertainment. So that is why in Akwa Ibom State, most people outside of these little joints, or okay, I'll give you Ibom Icon. If you're into golf like me, I'm a golfer. Maybe you go to Ibom Icon in Wanibia for the day and golf for the day. Maybe you play a 9-hole, 18-hole at Ibom Icon. Outside of that, Akwa Ibom doesn't have anything. I have to go to Lagos to enjoy. So instead of subsidizing, We can create other economies where people can go outside of Lagos. We were talking about Obudukadu Ranch. My friend and I, the one that's based in Atlanta, but called me from Canada. But how are you going to get there? The roads are bad. That's what Nigeria needs. So we can eliminate out of the 36 states that Nigeria has. Half of those states are actually on the US do not travel. They're on the US do not travel list. Abia is one of them. Anambra is one of them. Enugu is one of them. So we have all of these internal challenges going on in Nigeria. No amount of subsidizing aviation is going to solve it. Because a country like the United States is telling its citizens, okay, so Lagos is not on that list. Lagos is not on that list. So then, do you think that people who just want to go to Nigeria and just enjoy? You see, vacationers don't want problems because they've worked all year long. They only have what, 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. Unless you are a military personnel or you work for the federal government of Nigeria of the US, most private sector, you might get maximum 3 weeks off. They call it PTO, right? Paid time off. Max 3 weeks, depending on your tenureship with the company. Obviously, as your tenure grows, you gain more PTO. But I'll probably say an average is maybe 2 or 3 weeks. Do you think they want to go to Nigeria and be struggling, figuring out where to go? They're just going to go to where they know, where people have a proven place like Lagos. Point is, we need more Lagoses in Nigeria. We need more Abujas in Nigeria. Don't get me wrong. Akwa Ibom is emerging. Great place to invest. I've said this before. But we just lack, before I say that, Akwa Ibom is mostly a civil servant state, meaning the majority of the people there are into government and politics, government politics. They don't really think private sector. It's a very political, government-driven. Akwa Ibom State kind of reminds me of Washington, D.C. It's like everybody there is in DC is a government contractor, has some sort of link to the United States government. That's what Akwa Ibom State reminds me of. We don't really have a nightlife. If you want to do nightlife, well, see me, I'm 47. I don't really care for things like that. I don't do clubs. But I want to go to a nice lounge and relax. Maybe smoke me a nice cigar. Akwa Ibom doesn't have that. Lagos does. You got to give people more places to go to other than Lagos and Abuja. That is why Air Peace struggles. And in his defense, I'm glad that he expanded beyond Nigeria to an international market. But within Nigeria there, okay, I'll give you another scenario. Today, you can only fly into Akwa Ibom State 3 times a day. 6 in the morning, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 6 at night. In a modern system, look, I live in Las Vegas, man. From 4 a.m. to maybe midnight. Think about this. Flights are in and out, in and out, in. I live near a flight path. I'm literally looking at my window right now. We literally live under a flight path. planes always entering Vegas, always entering Vegas. Like literally all day, every 15 minutes, you see a plane flying through to enter Las Vegas. Nigeria does not have that still. Only 3 a day? You can't sustain an aviation sector like that. Only 3 a day? Although, starting in 2026, though, they have expanded Akwa Ibom State to an international. They have redesignated it now as an international company, as an international airport. Maybe we gain more flights throughout the day, but 3 flights a day in and out isn't going to cut it. I don't know what the volume is between, let's say, Lagos to Abuja or Lagos to Port Harcourt, but Lagos, Akwa Ibom, Lagos is only 3 flights a day. So subsidy is not going to work in the aviation. It's not going to happen. There's just not enough volume there to be able to make it work. So let's see. No, pick January 2 or 3. Why would you want to travel on January 2nd? Let's go. Let's look at Ibom Air again and do what Laja is asking. Oh, sorry. So, okay, so let's change the date, right? We are now going to choose January 2nd, Friday. I'm talking about Lagos to Uyo, January 2nd, Friday, and let's return. Let's say we're just going for a nice, quick weekend trip. And let's say we're returning on Sunday so we can get ready for work on Monday. So you get off work Friday, you want to just cruise to Akwa Ibom to see what's happening for the weekend. You leave January 2nd. So let's search the flight. Premium business class. I'm not doing economy. Oh, it says my session has expired. Let's go. I wish I can show my screen, guys. I think I'm going to start broadcasting through Zoom so I can share my screen. Because right now I'm doing it directly on YouTube. So Lagos to Uyo 2026. We're going January 2nd, Friday. And we are returning Sunday the 4th. 1 adult, currency, Nigeria, cabin class, premium. That's first class. Let's see how much it is, guys. It's still the same price, Laja. It's actually cheaper. It's 285. Oh, sorry. Sorry, okay. So there's no flights out of on that Friday. There's no flight out of Lagos. But return is 285. So it's still a 285,000 naira flight. That's not bad now for first class. For those of you who are into economy, let's go. I can't assume that all my audience are ballers like me. I can't assume that. So let's just go back to, let's say, Lagos to Uyo. I'm going to pick, let's pick mid-January this time. Let's say January 16th, Friday, and we're back January 18th. NGN, cabin class is economy. And Oyema said, Nigerian passengers are asking. They are flying economy and asking for a bar and asking for. Try. We're gonna go watch that interview. So economy is 190 round trip, guys. Just pay the extra 100K, do business, man. Stay in that front. Don't be sitting in the back seat with all those people. So it's 190 round trip. For an additional 100K, you get to fly business. That's Ibom Air. So Oyema said that Nigerian flight passengers, They want the livestock and they want the farm and livestock when they're flying. It's like they're paying for economy, but then they're asking to eat it by in the airplane. Very, very funny interview. So let's look at this disclaimer fraud alert. Fraudulent representation on Ibom Air. Since I'm on it just keeps popping up. So the management of Ibom Air wishes to inform the general public that Ewangbo Basi Edikbo, formerly a staff of this organization and pictured above, is no longer in our employment as of 8th July 2025. Shows you how long I've been on this site. If they are still showing a face after 6 months, something is wrong. We have received reports that this individual has been falsely representing our company and engaging in unauthorized dealings under our name. We categorically dissociate ourselves from such actions and affirm that she no longer has any authority to act on behalf of the company. Any person or organization that engages with her does so at their own risk, as Ibom Air will not be liable for any commitments, representations, or financial transactions made by the said individual. We urge the public to verify all official engagements through our corporate communication channel. So apparently, this girl, N1 Go Abasi Edikbo, got let go at Ibom Air, but then she's still going around masquerading as an Ibom Air rep. Doing what though? Like, I don't get it. Like, I mean, is she like at the airport checking people out? I don't understand how they would put this out there. But anyway, they're saying that they have no relationship with this individual. So somebody named Iwano Basi Edikbo, he's trying to sell you air tickets. You should probably run. But man, I'm proud of Ibom Air, man. I'm on their site right now, man. They got Uyo happening, Abuja, Accra. When did they enter Accra? They fly to Calabar, they fly to Enugu, Lagos, Port Harcourt. They also have a loyalty program, though, for those who are frequent flyers of Ibom Air, like me. I think I signed up. I did sign up for the loyalty program, so I get points. I get points every time that I fly them. That's the only airline that I fly, guys, Ibom Air. I'm not interested in. I'm sorry, Air Peace. I'm sorry. I'm an Ibom Air guy, through and through. I used to write for the publication, the Ibom Air magazine. I know the editor. I guess I probably should get back onto writing articles, editorials for them as well. Again, I stopped writing for them about a few months ago. But so yeah, proud of Ibom Air. I'm in Enugu Air. Let's look at Enugu Air. What is Enugu Air up to? Have you guys flown Enugu Air? This airline just launched about 4 months ago, and they are competing with Ibom Air. They're actually starting to gain market share, guys. I'm talking about Enugu Air. Beautiful website, nicely designed. I like the green color tone. Let's see where Enugu Air flies to. Nice. So they got economy class, economy plus, business class. So the routes are Abuja, Lagos, Benin, Enugu, obviously, Owerri, and Port Harcourt. Do they fly to you? They do not. They do not currently fly to you. What is that noise? So they also offer tourism packages. Enugu Air offers tourism packages, so you can do a full day, half day tour, or 3-day tour. Tour to where though? Where Enugu Air the carry people go? Half day tours on Enugu Air is a taste of Enugu, perfect for travelers, short on time but big on adventure. Duration 4 to 5 hours. So they'll pick you up and take you where? Full day tour, 8 to 10 hours. Ibom Air doesn't offer this. So. This is actually not bad. I like that they're doing this. I wasn't expecting this. First time on Enugu Air's website. First time. Let's see. Guys, Patronize these guys, though. You see, I know Ibom Air has market share. I know Air Peace has market share. But Enugu Air, just at first glance, what I'm seeing on there, this is a well-designed website. Enugu Air is a state-owned airline, was founded to redefine air travel with a unique and innovative approach. Let's see. Do they have jobs? Oh, they have jobs. They have management jobs. They have aviation security jobs. For all you guys talking about jobs, not in Nigeria. You don't look Enugu Air website. Baggage handler, they're hiring. They're hiring captains, chief pilots. Maybe one day when I retire, I can go and fly for them. You know me, I'm trying to get my private pilot's license. 2026, that's my goal, man. That's my goal. So they're hiring captains, customer service, executive positions. All right, all right. Enugu Air, that's what's up. Premium cabin. Let's see. Okay. You can contact them. They have their customer support, email support office. Check out Enugu Air, guys. I wasn't expecting this. Just checking them out for the first time. Book now. Let's see how much. Hold on. This flight is operated by ZJet, and you will be redirected to ZJet website. Hold on one second. So Enugu Air doesn't do their own booking? XCJets, I guess, is the one that has their flight license. Okay, so let's go from Lagos to Abuja on Enugu Air and see how much it costs. Let's do January 15th, January 16th to January 18th. One adult, round trip. Let's see how much Enugu Air. Okay, 285,500 round trip. It's not business class though. I think this is just do they even have classes on it? Because it didn't give me that option like Ibom Air did to select where I want to sit. So they're all around that 285 key round trip price. What? Less than $200. Okay. So let's check out this Bayelsa Air. That one just came out. Oh. I told you, man, that plane looks like a bus with propellers. So let's say Bayelsa Airlines. Everybody does drop airlines now for Nigeria. Bayelsa Airlines, El Bayelsa, another state-owned. So it's currently not called Bayelsa Airlines. It's called United Nigeria Airlines. This website is terrible. This website is you can't even compare it to the Enugu Air and Ibom Air sites. So these guys who call themselves Bayelsa Airlines, I guess they're run by United Nigeria. They go to Lagos, Port Harcourt, Owerri, Asaba, Enugu, Warri, Anambra, Abuja, Bayelsa. So they go to Sokoto. There you go. There you go, Sokoto. This one that they are raining fire and brimstone down on Sokoto. No, thank you. They go to Accra. They go to Kano. They go to Ilorin and Ekiti. Let's look at their jobs. Are they hiring? Nigerians talking about there are no jobs in Nigeria. Have you looked? Have you? So they got coordinators. You see these salaries. Let's see how much they're paying. Yeah, how much are they paying? It doesn't say. But yeah, that's the only question mark that I have. Listen, if I'm going to do anything, Actually, let's do earpiece. Man, I wish I could show you guys my screen. I'm gonna start broadcasting, like I said, in another like on Zoom, so I can share what I'm looking at. Maybe we'll start doing that tomorrow. Oh, sorry, I can't do tomorrow. Tomorrow is Nelly's birthday. Nelly turns 4 tomorrow. So we got a whole day, a birthday party for her. Like I said, most of our children's friends are all educators. So everybody's off right now. So we're doing a party at 12 noon tomorrow. So I will not be able to join you guys live, but I'm going to be posting some clips for you guys to get caught up on until I see you guys again on Wednesday. So airpiece. So yes, I will not be live tomorrow because of Nelly's birthday. She turns 4. So proud of her. My little baby's 4 years old. Airpiece. Destinations. Let's look at their destination. So Airpeace goes to Abuja, Akure. So they have 19 domestic destinations. Anambra, Sabah, Benin City, Calabar, Enugu, Gombe, Ibadan, Ilorin, Kano, Lagos, Maiduguri, Makurdi, Owerri, Port Harcourt, Uyo. So they go to Uyo too. Let's see what Airpeace is. Let's see the flights from, let's say, Lagos to Uyo. Round trip is what we want, man. Departure. This one that Onyema is losing millions annually. Yeah. Lagos. Airpeace is not currently going to you guys. So I can go to Gatwick. I can go to Maiduguri. I can go to Kano. Yeah, I don't see an option here for Airpeace going to, let's say, Gatwick International. Let's go 2026 Gatwick. Let's say we're leaving on the 16th of January and we're coming back on. This one I really like to return. I'll go travel and I'll return. So let's say 16th of January to, let's say, a 2-week trip. One adult. Search flights. Let's see how much it is on Airpeace. Lagos to. Oh boy, this one cheap. Oh. So it's only $544. Wait, Abi, is that round trip or is that one way? It's asking me to log in. I don't want to log in. I just want to. Okay, so let me pick. Oh, no. Sorry, guys. So economy is about $637 round trip and $1,369 for business class. And then first class is $2,736. From Lagos to Gatwick, first class for nearly $3,000. No, thank you. That seems excessive to me. Yeah. So, informal sector in Nigeria makes more money than people think. I don't disagree. I mean, I've told you guys this in the past that a lot of these informal merchants actually send their kids to the university literally selling gari in an informal capacity. Do you know why I know? Because I also did that. I went to Nigeria and I sold gari at the market informally. I sold a ton of gari in less than 45 minutes. They rushed me. Man, I was collecting cash. I would just put it in the backpack. As soon as I got back home, I just carry backpack and just dump money on top bed. Dirty nairas, just they float everywhere. The informal sector in Nigeria, you guys are sleeping on that informal sector, man. That's a high percentage of Nigerians Unfortunately, Nigeria cannot collect taxes on those informal players with those informal players. They make more than the formal sector. You guys that are sleeping on Nigeria, I keep telling you guys, go and find something to do back home. Look at there's this guy that left US to go and start a fried yam business in Nigeria. You guys look that guy up. The guy took the guy took he took a commodity like fried yam and modernized it. He had his workers in a uniform. His marketing presentation, you know, those a normal Nigerian issue is what we call it, fried yams. We'll be using newspaper for to package their yams. This guy went and designed an actual serving paper, branded. And then he went as far as, you know, that stew that we use, that stew that they put on top of the fried yam. He went, made his own, bottled it, and is retailing it. He left the US to go and sell fried yam in Nigeria. Now he has franchises all across the country. I mean, one of my cousins came to me. Everybody's always coming for advice. And she wanted to get into the food space. And I'm like, well, what are you currently doing? She said, well, I will go to a corporate office and then set up, and I'm selling wet food. Like she'll be selling like gari and soup and swallow. And that's not where the opportunity is. Sell something that you can actually retail. Like this guy that redefined how taking a commodity like yam and stew, and he productized it. He retailed it. I told her, get out of that obey, swallow business and get into something that you can retail. You see, that bottled sauce, are you telling me that you can't export that bottled sauce to the US? There are so many informal businesses that Nigerians today can modernize. Chin chin, you can modernize it. You now remember kokoro now? I saw kokoro at a Mexican. Yesterday, I was at. I took my kids out yesterday. We wanted to go and buy plantain at a Mexican store. I saw Mexican version of kokoro. You know those long snacks now that we used to eat as kids, bagged and retailed. Oh boy, now business be this. Something that's informal in Nigeria. You know, by Nigeria, I would just go and just buy it from bulk. We are sleeping on the informal sector. I take no. I know they the business. Did I not modernize an informal something like crayfish? Don't we retail pack crayfish right now? Go to Amazon, search and barricade crayfish on Amazon. 4.2 star rating. 1 ounce packs. And the cool thing about it is our customers actually subscribe. Every 2 months, they get another pack. Some of them, they'll buy 4 packs. Some will buy 10 packs. Una, they sleep with you are sleeping on an informal sector. Everybody wants to be a technologist. Everybody wants to do app. They want to wear a shirt and a tie and do office work and carry a briefcase around. Somebody that is selling, look, if you are structured, you can literally sell coconut out of a wheelbarrow and make more money than a bank teller in Nigeria. If you are structured. It's in Nigeria and it's the shame. I don't want somebody to see me. He said, man, listen to me. Yes, you can say, okay, we're rich, we're based abroad now, so it doesn't apply to you. Fuck it. I went to the market, rolled up my sleeve, and saw Gary. The only thing I regret is I didn't have more Gary to sell because I sold out. Me, they see me sit down so. From Vegas to Nigeria, from Lagos to the village, to go and sell Gary with the locals. Well, let me look at more of this and then we'll wrap up. So people are working on the Ondo-Ogun part right now simultaneously. The Shagori's profit is the access the Lagos Calabar road provides Eco Atlantic. Good point. Good point. You see, it's that lost leader now that I talked about. So to them, it's a corridor to Eco Atlantic. Not bad. If you can make it easy for people to discover you. But that their Eco Atlantic suite, though, when I go to Nigeria, I'm going to try and explore it more. Like, I want to go in there and see what that's about. I know the US has an embassy there. But does Eco Atlantic proper, inside Eco Atlantic, do they have fine dining there? Can I go and, let's say, have a drink? Can I go to a restaurant inside Eco Atlantic? Because it's not open to the public, though. Is it? Who knows if Eco Atlantic is open to the general public? Because I stayed down the street at the Federal Palace. Like, I could literally walk. Could I walk from the Federal Palace Hotel? Did I do that? I don't know if I did. It may not be a walking distance, but it's a short boat ride from Federal Palace and Amadu Bello, just down the street to Eco Atlantic. So if they have like fine dining, a nice restaurant, I wouldn't mind going and hanging out there. Maybe something overlooking the beach. I wouldn't mind going out and hanging out there. Because when I tried to go, they were asking me if I had an appointment. I don't know what appointments do I need to enter. And they told me, sir, it's not open to the public. You need to go to our headquarters and get permission to enter. I just left. I still walked up and down that Amadu Bello way, though. Nice, guys. Man, if you want to enter Nigeria, get out of your comfort zone and just go and walk around Nigeria. Nigeria is fun. Just go and walk around. That's what I do. I get out of the hotel. If I want to move outside of the Federal Palace Hotel, I'll just go get on that Amadu Bello way and just walk up and down. And as I'm walking up and down, I'm buying suya, I'm buying snacks. It's a fun experience. Have you not noticed how phase 4, 5, 6, and 7 of Eco Atlantic is being expanded? Laja, didn't you tell me you'll send me the blueprints? I still haven't received it. I honestly, based on what I've seen, the only Eco Atlantic I've seen is, I follow their YouTube channel and I follow their social media. That's about it. And then occasionally you see videos of Eco Atlantic on YouTube. But I personally want to go and experience it to see what they have. Kind of international trade. Okay. If Southern, okay, Eco Atlantic is not even 45% sand filled yet. That should give you an idea of what the real gain is. If it's not Sandfield, people are living there, right? Aren't people living in the core Atlantic? I mean, the businesses are there. If South Energy X made over 7 billion selling land in the first 3.5 phases of Eco Atlantic, how much do you think they will now make with the next 4.5 phase? $7 billion. That's a lot. I gotta look at South Energy though. I've never heard of them. They subsidize those Vegas tickets. They don't subsidize Vegas tickets. I've lived in Vegas. I lived in LA for 12 years. I've lived in Vegas since 2012. No, 2013. I moved there February 2013 from Los Angeles. After having lived in LA for 12 years. So I'm going on my 12th year or my 13th year of living in Las Vegas. Yes. February 2026 is going to be my 13th year of living in Las Vegas. They don't subsidize. And I've worked in the Las Vegas hospitality space. Yes, girlies. I'm on my live. What are you guys doing? Can I take you to the park? I thought mommy was taking you to the park. Come here, Nelly. You want to go to the park?
But mommy said Nelly can't go.
Why can't you go to the park, Nelly?
Because she can't feel good.
Who's not feeling good?
Nelly.
You don't look like you're not feeling good to me.
She took a big stinky poop.
She took a big stinky poop. Did you?
She doesn't feel good.
Did you?
I did. Just I feel better.
You feel better?
Yeah, mommy she said she doesn't want her to get sick at the park.
I think mommy's right. You don't want to go to the park and then get sick. Why don't you relax today, Nelly? Tomorrow is your birthday, Nelly.
No, you need to feel good. How can I get to go to the playground?
Jeanette goes to the playground. What playground?
Okay. Sorry,
It's okay. So she's talking about she wants to go to the playground. She's talking about well, I'm confused. Who wants to go to the playground?
They asked if they could go earlier. And I said yes. But then Nellie wasn't feeling good. And so I said, I don't want to risk
What time is it?
her not feeling good tomorrow.
Okay. Mommy made a good point, Nelly, because tomorrow is your birthday. You do not want to be out on your birthday.
But how come you not get to be lucky?
No,
what do you mean?
I understand, baby, but we're having a party tomorrow.
But I just want to please.
Baby, I'll take him to the park.
I don't mind doing it. I don't want her to get sick. If she's not feeling good.
Well, Jeanette, can I just take you to the park?
Do you want to cancel the party?
Okay, Nelly, here's the thing. If we go to the park and then you're sick tomorrow, then we have to cancel your birthday party. Do you want that? Do you want your birthday party canceled? I didn't think so. I did not think so.
Okay, girl,
okay. So here, I have an idea. When that is finished, we can jump on the trampoline. How about that?
That's not even that far.
I thought you liked the trampoline.
Let's go right now.
I just want to play.
Okay, well, let me finish and we can talk, okay? I'm going to wrap up and then we can talk, girls. Okay? I'll be right back. But yeah, you feel a little warm, Nelly. You feel a little warm. Yeah. All right, Nelly. I'll see you later. Go, Nels.
Come on, Nelly, let's go.
You know what? You're always coming in here and bombing my lives. That's what you do. You come here and bomb my lives. Why are you going to bomb my lives? Eco Atlantic Master Plan. Thank you, Laja. I appreciate that. I just got it. Let me see what this master plan is about. Okay, girls, love you. Ooh, look at that ocean view. Look at that ocean view. Wow, look at that. And VI just did behind them like that. Look at that. Eco Energy Estate. My goodness. Oceanfront A, Oceanfront B, Oceanfront C. Man, Elijah, this reminds me of Malibu. Just the coastline of Malibu. This reminds me of. Guys, on Wednesdays live, when I schedule it, I'm going to schedule it through Zoom. So then that way, if I have to share my screen with you guys, I just want to make it easy for you guys to see what I'm looking at. Like, oh my God, I would have loved to show you this master plan. This is nice, bro. Eco Village, Business District, Kurumu Waterfront, the Grand Canal. Interestingly, you know what I don't see? I don't see hotels. Elijah, I don't see hotels here. So opportunity is there, man. If I can, man, that coastline, just look at that. Man. Thank you. My goodness. This same bar beach that I grew up in as a kid is what Eco Atlantic is now. So, like I was saying, before I was interrupted by my beautiful daughters, no. So Las Vegas does not subsidize tickets. Here's why. Remember, Las Vegas is the gaming capital of the world. The state of Nevada makes so much money that we don't pay state taxes here in Vegas. It's the same logic with the state of Texas. They make so much money in oil and gas that they don't pay state taxes. Texas residents don't pay state taxes. That's also one of the reasons why people, if you notice in the past 5 years or so, there's this migration. People are starting to flee places like LA and coming to Las Vegas. The state of Nevada makes billions and billions of dollars a year. 42 million people visit Vegas every year. This is the gaming capital of the world. Nothing else compared to Vegas. Maybe Macau will be a close second. I'll put Vegas at 1A, Macau at 1B in terms of casinos and gaming and lifestyle and hospitality. Now, Vegas now. So there's no reason for the government of Nevada to subsidize airline tickets. If anything, what happens is the airlines will make the tickets maybe affordable. But they don't really have to do that. It's not as if Delta is going to drop their price on their routes to Vegas. If anything, it's actually more. Because, guys, when you have demand, everybody wants to come to Las Vegas. 42 million visitors a year enters the city. So there's no need to subsidize nothing. Like I said, I worked in the hospitality space in marketing. I worked for Caesars Entertainment, and then I worked for SLS, Las Vegas. Man, I can't even begin to tell you how much flows in and out of Nevada. You sent me something else, Laja. Let me look at this. Maybe it's the same thing. Okay, so I got this master plan. What else? Okay. So don't you notice that flights from other parts of America to Vegas, it's not because of subsidies. It's, trust me. United Airlines is private. Okay, who owns it? I don't know who owns it. Green Airline is private. Green Africa Airline is operated by a friend of mine. Value Jet is. I've never seen any of this flights though. Every time I fly within Nigeria, I mean, I see Air Peace. I see, Enugu Air actually launched while I'm in the US. So I'm pretty sure when I land in Nigeria soon, I'm gonna see a lot of their aircraft. Rich needs to visit his Fulani cousins in Sokoto for where? This one that they are raining on them like tomorrow no go come. Check your email. Thank you for that. Eco Atlantic is X3 or VI. There are hotels. See the green area that says resort. Okay, so that's where hotel. Okay. Good. Beautiful. Hey man, if you have contacts in Eco Atlantic, if you want to connect me, if you don't mind, connect me with them. I want to go and see and document what they have for our audience. If you have contacts there, just let me know. Marina C, D, and E, and the resort section is for hotels, casinos, and resorts. Okay, check the right section with the green color. I sure will. All right, well, Laja, thank you so much for your time. I gotta get going. Let me go see what these girls need. I will catch you guys on Wednesday's episode. Tomorrow is gonna be a day off for me because of Nelly's birthday. Yeah, so I look forward to reconnecting with you guys on Wednesday. I'll be dropping some clips. Drop some more clips today. Drop some clips tomorrow, and then we'll catch up live tomorrow. But Laja, thank you, man, for that information. I'm gonna go ahead and like chew on it a little more once I hang up. Okay, so I'll talk to you guys later. Have a wonderful Monday. Catch you guys live on Wednesday. Okay, all the best, guys.